Hey guys, as I have mentioned earlier, we will be completely solving the June 2019 question of the NET examination. And for today's video, we will be solving few questions in the part B, that is for Earthscience. So welcome to my channel Success Guru and myself Panjanadam. And the part B consists of 50 multiple choice questions in which we have to attempt 35 questions. And this 35 question consists of 70 marks, that is 2 mark each out of the total 200 marks. And the syllabus for the part B is, the first one is Earth and solar system, and the Earth material, surface, future and processes. Probably this will be covered at geomorphology. The interior of the Earth, deformation and tectonics, and this will be covered under the structure and tectonics heading. Ocean and atmosphere, and environmental earth sciences. So, according to your syllabus, probably 3 to 4 headings will be covered in our PG syllabus, that is 1, 2, 3, and 5. Quite obviously, ocean atmosphere will be a bit different, that is out of our syllabus for a geology student, right? So, let's attend the questions. The first question is that the correct sequence of planet in order of increasing surface temperature. So they are given 4 planets in some different orders. The first planet will be having a very low surface temperature compared to the last planet in this list. And if you saw, there are 4 options in which they had showing certain Earth, Mars, Mercury is the first option. Neptune, Earth, Mercury, Venus is the second option. Mars, Earth, Venus, Mercury is the third option. Uranus, Mars, Jupiter, Earth is the fourth option. And if you see the surface temperature of all planets in a single image, you can see Neptune is the lowest one, followed by Earth, then Mercury, then Venus. So this list in the reason behind the higher temperature of Venus is that the Venus consists of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid on its atmosphere, and that does not let the sun's heat to go out of the planet, and that raises the surface temperature of that planet to 880 degree Fahrenheit or 470 degrees Celsius. So the answer is that Neptune, Earth, Mercury, Venus. That is option 2. And the next question is that they are given 2 statements in which the first statement is the heat transport mechanism from the core to the base of the mantle is primarily by convection. And if you see the image, they had mentioned that the heat flow and the primary way of flow is the conduction. So the first statement is wrong. And the second statement says that the mantle plume originate at the core mantle boundary from the region having low heat flux compared to the average core mantle boundary, that is CMB heat flux. And we know that the mantle plume is originated from the core mantle boundary. So the statement 2 is right. So the answer will be option 4, that is the statement 1 is incorrect but the statement 2 is correct. And the next question is that which of the following landform is characteristic of pluvial condition in the glacial region? The term pluvial indicates a lake body. So obviously it is not the mountain, it is not the valley glacier, it is not the karst. So the answer should be option 2, that is the lakes. And the next question is that which of the following statement is correct? They are given 4 statements, we have to find out. Fold or brittle structure but fault or ductile structure. Remember, brittle means breaking, ductile means bending. That is what the shortest definition for these 2 words. In fold, the rocks are folded, not break. So the first statement should be wrong. And the second statement they are mentioned fold or ductile, that is fold or bending of rocks, and falls or breaking of rocks, that is brittle structure. So obviously the second should be the answer, that is fold or ductile. The rock that bends will become fold and the rock that breaks that become fault. Got it? And the other 2 options is both fold, fault or brittle structure, that is not the answer, and both fault and fold or ductile, that is also not possible. So I think you are clear with this answer, right? The ductile means folding, that is bending, and brittle means faulting, that is breaking. Is that clear? And the next question is that which of the following mineral does not show phenomena of double reflection? What is double reflection? That is, they are asking for the isotropic mineral. They ask for which is not an anisotropic mineral. That means simply isotropic mineral. And you know isotropic mineral, quartz shows light, that is color under cross nickel. Calcite shows some color under cross nickel, as well as the apatite shows some color under the cross nickel. So the answer will be fluoride, which is an isotropic mineral, and that is what they are asked for, where quartz, calcite, apatite are anisotropic mineral, and that shows double reflection. Got it? So on the four, three is anisotropic mineral and one is isotropic mineral. That is what they are asked for, and the answer is fluoride. And the next question is that which one of the following is an example of hotspot within the continental plate? So if you know some of the plate margins, you can find the answer, right? So this is the image of plate margin with the countries. And if you see Bermuda lies here, that is somewhat near the mid-Atlantic ridge, and Yellowstone lies near at almost center of the plate. Azov lies here somewhat near the mid-Atlantic ridge on the eastern side, and Easter Island lies somewhere near in the this point, that is near a plate boundary. So all the in out of four, the three were near the plate boundary, and one is at the center of the plate, and that could be due to the hot spot, and that is the Yellowstone. You got clear? So if you know plate boundaries, you can find out the answer. And the next question is that among the following places, the Earth's gravity is least at. You should know one thing. The earth is bulge at the center and tapered at the top. That is what you know, right? And that is due to the centrifugal force that acts on the equatorial line. And that results in bulging at the center and flattening at the top. And you know one more thing, the gravity is controlled by the distance from the center of the earth, in which the equatorial line will be a small distance away from the center, as well as the polar region is little closer to the center of the earth. And if you see the world map, you can see the New York is around 40-degree north latitude. New Delhi, that is in India, is somewhere near 20-degree north latitude, and Colombo is somewhere near 0 to 10-degree north latitude, and Sydney is 40-degree south latitude. So obviously the place which is somewhat near the equator is the Colombo, so that should be the answer. You got it? The centrifugal force of the earth reduces the gravity force at the equatorial line, and that results a small reduction of 0.3 percentage of the gravity at that point. So this could be the answer. And the next question is that if the sun loses some of its mass, its distance of the earth remains the same, and the year of the earth would have. So this is an question in which uh, sun loses its mass, and you know the relation between mass, density, and gravity, right? When mass increases, density also increases, as well gravity also increases. When mass is reduced or lost, density also gets reduced, and the gravity force also intend to be reduced. You got it? The earth revolves around the sun because of the sun's gravity pull. And when the sun's gravity pull is reduced due to the reduction in mass, the answer will be the more the number of the days. That is, instead of 365, there would be more than 365 days. But the day and night time will be same as the present. There is no any change in the daytime and night time. That is what the answer. Got it? The relation between the mass and the density and the gravity. You got it? Mass increases as well density increases as well gravity increases. In this case, mass got lost, that is reduced, So the density also got reduced, as well the gravity also got reduced, and the revolution of the earth may be reduced right there. And the next question is that ratio of inertial force to viscous force. Remember, this type of questions, if you know every term's definition, you can answer it. And what I used to do is, when I am preparing for the exam, I used to read 10 words every day from the geology dictionary. So if you read almost all the words in a dictionary, what you will come to know is all the four options and the definition of four options. From that you can find the answer. Let this question be the example. The Rossby's number is the ratio of inertial force and the centrifugal force. That is what do you call Coriolis force, and the Froude number is the ratio of inertial and gravitational force, and the Ekman number is the ratio of viscous force and the Coriolis force. And what they are asked is viscous force and the inertial force and the viscous force. The Reynolds number is the ratio of inertial force to the viscous force. So the answer is Reynolds number. So if you know all the four options definition, you can simply answer. So you can attempt this type of questions by reading dictionary at least 10 words a day. That will be quite useful for you while preparing for your net examination or any other competitive examinations. And the next question is that the Indian regional satellite navigation system is known as. So the GLONASS is the Soviet Union's navigation system, and GNSS is the global navigation satellite system. So these two will not be the answer. And Gaggan is the GPS aided geo augmenting navigation, so that will not be the answer. And the IRNNS is the independent regional navigation satellite system being developed by India. So the answer is IRNNS. So if you know all the four things definition, you can answer this. So this could be one of the example as said earlier. If you read geology dictionary regularly, 10 words at least a day, you can answer such questions. And the next question is that which one of the following suggests that the hill crest or mountain peak in a region or remnant of a former plateau or erosional surface. So there should be some indicators that show this is a residual mountain, like that is what they are asking for. The flat topped hill at different elevation, that could not be a direct evidence for the residual mountains. The discordant summits, and that also may not be the regular that evidence for the erosional residual mountain. The escarpment with sharp crest, and that could be not the answer. And the accordant summit, that is the top of the hill of almost same height, and that is the answer. So once the overall region is flat, plain, and due to difference in hardness, the harder rocks at the top may stay remnant and stay residue, and other rocks got eroded, and that led to the residual mountain. So the accordant or summit can be used as one of the evidence to show that is a residual mountain or eroded surface. That is what they are asked for. I think you got the answer right. So if you still have any doubts, feel free to mention in the comments section, and you can also mail me your questions. Will we continue the next video? It takes long time for me to prepare and capture such a video, and we will be preparing part 2 of this video and released according to your interest. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you think that it will be useful for someone else, consider sharing, and if you want to see such a video regularly, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.